I know what you're thinking, Ben, that set looks crazy expensive. How much did you pay? I won't tell you, but it was a lot. Like a lot. Like, look at this. Alrighty, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Recap from Chirpin DMV, Season 2, of course. I'm Ben. I'll be your guide through this journey of Washington Capitals hockey. Hey, so I'm going to immediately apologize. I didn't realize how brutal the brim of my hat was in this video. It's like crooked on a slant. Like, it just looks like a 2-year-old bent it or like chewed on it and spit it out and stuff. So try and ignore that if you can and enjoy the rest of the video. I'm just going to go throw the hat out maybe. Like I mentioned off the top, got a bit of a new set going, hoping to make this the regular one. Got some new lighting. Didn't know what I was doing, just figured it out on the fly for you guys, so you're welcome. Also, please excuse me if you hear a bunch of noise downstairs. We have the loudest dogs on planet Earth, so I wish I could do something about that. I know you're probably like, Ben, you could have probably trained them better. Shut up. So this week we only have 2 games to talk about. It's going to be a shorter one. I covered last week. I wasn't able to make a video. I was out of town, so I just did a big old blog about it. Nice big old blog. You can check that out. I'll link it somewhere, or just, you know how to find it. You guys are pretty smart and capable. You know how to find a website. I trust you. But we only have 2 games to talk about, and I missed the first one, so it'll be nice and quick. And that means I'm good at my job because I missed one of the games that I have to talk about, so that's good. Anyways, the Capitals took on the Arizona Coyotes. How are the Coyotes doing this year? Not good at all, actually. They're actually in a pretty bad spot. They have some stuff going on off the ice that really kind of crippled them this year and for upcoming years as well, but they're doing the right things. They're getting their draft picks. They're tanking this year. They had Jay Beagle on the first line at one point this year. That should probably tell you everything you need to know about the team, but they switched to the Kachina jerseys, which are actually pretty nasty, so there's that. Gotta find positives somewhere. They also have former Caps Travis Boyd and Dmitry Yaskin on the team. Dmitry Yaskin played, like, I'm not gonna look it up, but I want to say less than like 20 games for Washington, and I'm probably wrong, but I don't even remember him playing, so I'm not gonna look it up. They also had Travis Boyd, who I'm pretty sure was a health bomb, and that's not good because he's actually a pretty decent player. So the fact that he's not getting ice in Arizona is really not a good sign. 1 minute, I'm parched. Also, do you like the mustache? Yeah, no chance it's natural. I had to dye that. My mustache hairs are so light, and I know I'll get shredded for dyeing my mustache. Now I can actually participate in Movember properly. Like, why wait the entire month to actually grow the mustache? Like, it would take me like the whole month for it to come in. Just a waste of the month, basically. So no, this is what I'm doing. This is just the solution to my problems. This is the solution to my genetic problems. Anyways, I should probably get into the games. This was probably a good game to miss because there were no goals scored until the 3rd period. And who else but John Carlson? I say who else like he has a ton of goals this year. It was only his 2nd, but it was on the power play and assisted by who else but Kuznetsov and Ovechkin. That's honest. They just are a part of every single goal that's been scored so far this year. Over half of it, actually. I wrote a blog about that too. I'll talk about that later though. Anyways, just a John Carlson bomb, finds the back of the net, gets the Caps on the board 1-0, and then it's Ovi with his 9th of the season to secure the win with an empty netter from, I think he has 2 empty netters this year, both at the Capitals end of the ice. Like, this guy just shoots everything. It's like, this guy would be unreal in a war scenario because he would just shoot everything. Also, Ovi's goal was assisted by Kuznetsov and John Carlson. So this was really just a game of my boys. This was my game and I missed it. I dropped the ball. John Carlson, my boy. Evgeny Kuznetsov, obviously my boy. Ovi, my boy, and kick the camera. And the Capitals just take an easy 2 points. A little closer than we probably would have expected, considering it's the Coyotes and they have not won a game yet. It is 10 games into the season, they have yet to win a game. So 2-0 and only scoring in the 3rd period. I guess they really locked it down in the first 2 periods, but I would like to see the team score a bit more there. I'm glad with the shutout. Samsonov gets a shutout, first of the season. That's good for his confidence, considering Vanacek's kind of been stealing his job. Yeah, he's been stealing his job. And the Caps keep their streak alive of getting a point in every single game this season so far. But then we step into Tampa Bay, the Lightning. Most recent Stanley Cup champion, and before that, also the most recent Stanley Cup champion. Back-to-back champions. They are missing Kucherov. He got hurt in their last game against Washington when he bumped into Garnett, which is a fun name to say. Garnett, say it, Garnett. But the Capitals are shorthanded too, still without TJ Oshie, Nick Backstrom, and now Nick Dowd in this one again. He's out for a 2nd time, I believe it was, this season because he missed time earlier with some lower body injury that they do not describe because it's the National Hockey League. So he's on IR, so this Alexei Protas kid makes his debut. This kid is a monster. He is huge. He's like 6'6", over 200 pounds. He's like my age. I think he might be younger. He's a tank. This kid was built to play hockey with men, and so he steps in, which you love to see. We got Vitek back in net. I saw some people complaining about putting Vitek in after Samsonov gets a shutout. I understand the complaint, because it's like, how are you supposed to find a rhythm when you get pulled after your shutout victory? On the same hand, it's like, I'm assuming that Laviolette's more confident with Vanacek, and they're playing a much better team in Tampa. I don't know if you heard me, they won a couple cups. Arizona is the bottom of the barrel. So I think maybe putting Vanacek in kind of shows where he's at with both goalies. Like, he's more confident against the stronger teams with Vanacek because he thinks he's the stronger goalie. Again, I'm just assuming, but it could be any number of reasons. Maybe he just isn't sure at all, so he wants to go back and forth until he figures out who he trusts more in the net. But right now it seems like it's Vanacek for sure. We also have Brett Leeson. I forgot to mention, because I didn't watch, he made his debut in the Arizona game. No points or anything, minimal ice time obviously, but this kid's another beast. He is not small by any means. The Capitals drafted him, I think it was 2019, in the second round, and I remember right after they drafted him there were articles coming out that he might be the steal of the draft, and the fact that he's already playing NHL games, like he's already climbed the depth chart that much, is a pretty good sign that they might be right about him. And he starts to prove it. He gets on the board immediately. Less than 2 minutes in, he just throws a puck on net. I think it hits off Hedman, maybe another player, and just takes a funny bounce on Vasilevsky. Finds the back of the net for his first goal ever in the NHL, so congrats to Brett Leeson. Love to see it. I know a lot of people thought that the Capitals probably wouldn't play their rookies. A lot of people say that Laviolette doesn't like playing young guys. He doesn't trust them. There's an argument to be made there, but so far, and it's obviously only injury related, I can imagine maybe one of these guys would have seen the ice had there not been Backstrom out and Oshie out and Dowd out. But I think like I'm on the team. Again, I'm good at that. I'm good at acting like I'm a part of something. I'm good at trying to fit in. I think they're second in the league with most like rookie games, or most rookies to make their debut this season. I think we're at 5, or most rookies in the lineup. I think it's Fairvari, Lapierre, McMichael, Protas, and Leeson. Yeah, so not make their debut, but 5 rookies in the lineup at once. I think we're only behind Anaheim by like 1, and they're a rebuilding team, so we're definitely in a weird spot with that. But anyways, back to the point, Brett Leeson gets on the board with his first of the year. You just love to see that, of course. Then Capitals get into some penalty trouble. The Lightning, they obviously have a lethal power play without Kucherov, but they find the back of the net in weird ways. You know, it's just like passes in front that just take weird bounces, especially on their second goal, because they come back and score 2 to take the lead 2-1. And the second one just takes a bounce off John Carlson's stick while he's trying to defend, and it's just right in front of the wide open net for anyone to put away. So not much you can do except take fewer penalties, obviously. But then they score another goal. Braden Point, he gets a nice saucer pass, and he's obviously gone. He's got lightning speed. I think that's his X factor in NHL, is that he's like really fast. So obviously he blows by the D that are caught flat-footed. Lifts it over Vanacek, who I kind of would have liked to see make this save. It like wasn't the strongest. He could have played it a bit more aggressive. You know, those go in sometimes, especially it's Braden Point. He just won back-to-back cups and could have won the Conn Smythe in both runs. So like obviously there's some skill on display there. But yeah, just you'd like to see the D a little quicker on this one, because they like obviously again Braden Point X factor speed, but you'd like to see them positionally in a better position so that Braden Point can't blow by them. But you know, it's gonna happen throughout the season. Then finally Connor Sherry scores his first of the season on the power play late in the game. Kuznetsov, who continues to just be lights out. I just can't get enough of this guy. I just need everyone who said to trade him to just bow down to him. Just bow down to him and apologize. Kiss his feet, maybe, I don't know. Kiss the ring, is that a thing? Bend the knee, kiss the ring? Do that. But anyway, Sherry finally gets on the board. It's not enough. The Capitals lose 3-2 in regulation to snap their streak of getting a point in every game thus far. But mostly what I want to talk about, because it was only 2 games, so like there wasn't much to break down there, but the depth scoring. I wrote an entire blog about it. I've talked about it. I talked about it on the podcast, but then me and Bobcat accidentally erased that, so that didn't get heard. But basically depth scoring's just been a major issue. Like Connor Sherry's just getting his first. He could have had 20 last year in a full season. Daniel Sprong's getting scratched. He only has 1 goal. Lars Eller doesn't have a goal at all. The fourth line has 2 points combined with a Hagelin assist and a Dowd goal, and I think they were both in the first game maybe. And Tom Wilson, this one's the most upsetting one, is yes, he has 7 assists and leads the team and is like still putting up numbers. He has 0 goals this year, and for a guy who could put in 25 to 30 every year, that's concerning, especially when there's only 3 guys that are scoring like all of your goals. Kuznetsov, Oshie, and Ovi have like over 56% of the team's goals, I think it is this year. So the depth's got to step up scoring wise. They're chipping in other ways, but scoring is so crucial to Washington because offense is their entire game. And they're still scoring a lot. I think they're 5th most in the league in goals scored, but when it's only coming for 3 guys, that can only last for so long unless you're Ovechkin and time is a myth. But other than that, I think that's it for this one. So thank you for watching. I hope you like the new set. It's something I'm happy about. It's a complete mess in my room, so I hope I can recreate exactly what this looks like if the camera's even in focus. I'm really nervous about that. So hopefully everything went well. Thank you for watching. Check out the blogs I've written. Check out the blogs everyone's written. Make sure you follow the Twitter account because we tweet about the podcast. We live tweet games. That's where you can see all the blogs that come out and stuff like that. Also, I was thinking about trying to do some NHL content, NHL 22, that one. So if that sounds interesting, like be a pro, franchise mode, some live streaming against people and like doing challenges and stuff, just let me know. But other than that, yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We got Florida tonight. That's a pretty good team. They just lost their head coach though, so maybe that could throw them off a bit, but I don't know. There's no Radko Gudas playing, which is good. I just hate watching that guy play. So anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out.